Well, today is the 1st of May, so yes, by the time you're listening to this, guys, it's obviously we pre-record this episode because obviously we need to edit the footage and add in a bit of the music and everything, so it takes time to edit. So I try and always make my video as late as I can, but at the same time having enough time to edit things down, and we have the updated latest news. But today anyway, 1st of May, Ayrton Senna. Sorry, see, I'm looking at the wrong camera again. Ayrton Senna. Well, it is the anniversary of Ayrton Senna's death, May the 1st. And people are saying, who is this Ayrton Senna guy? Now, I understand that for a lot of you out there, if you've only just started watching Formula One now because of Drive to Survive, totally understandable, guys. If you watched it beforehand, you know who I'm on about. Ayrton Senna is the greatest of all time. There's nothing to this. This is a no-brainer. He is the greatest of all time. I know people in the racing world, they say it. I know engineers in the racing world, mechanics, racing drivers, they all say it. Now, you could argue Schumacher, Fangio, okay, people could put up a fight, okay. But for people to come along and say that Hamilton is the greatest of all time, or Alonso's the greatest of all time, or Max Verstappen is the greatest of all time, that is not the case. You don't know what this Ayrton Senna guy was like. This guy would bleed. He would crawl on his hands and knees through a football yard of shit. Crawl on his hands and knees through that. Risk bleeding to death 100 meters from the finish line to get a victory. Even to get 1 point. I mean, classic case. We were just discussing it. Hamilton at the Hockenheim and Netflix. Hamilton has 2 spins in the race. He's down in 10th. He's having a nightmare of a weekend. And look, you know what? People make mistakes, right? He's just having an off weekend. He's in 10th position. He's in a chance to get 1 point for the championship. Now remember, this guy's in the contention to win the championship. Hamilton gets on the radio, and you can see this on Netflix, and he wants to retire the car. If I know any champions out there from racing or any other sports, these guys would never in their million years decide to try and retire the car because they're not feeling it or they've lost a bit of confidence. They will fight tooth and nail to get that last point. And Ayrton Senna was one of those guys. I would suggest to you guys, we'll move on after this one, but I wanted to give a quick shout out to that man. He's my hero. He's a lot of people's heroes. He's the GOAT. He is the GOAT. So God bless you, sir. God bless you. I love that man. And I do get quite emotional talking about Senna, I have to admit, a lot of the time. But check him out on YouTube if you don't know him. Check him out, Senna Prost. Championship battles. Check out Senna at his home track Interlagos when he was stuck in 5th gear. He was leading the race. Many people should have retired the car because he had 1 gear, ladies and gentlemen. 1 gear for the whole race. No, sorry, not the whole race. Most of the race. 5th gear. That's all he had. And he still won the race. Pure and utter genius. This man. He was unbelievable. Unbelievable. And check him out on YouTube if you want to know more about Ayrton Senna. Ayrton Senna. Senna. He was the GOAT.